Hello, hello. Yes, it's me again. It's me again. It's me again. Oh, who's me? Oh, I'm Sherry. I'm your host with Sip and Think with Sherry. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, giving feedback, asking questions, all of that too. So, yeah, I kind of like ran into a wall. Not physically, but a little just kind of like mentally. Um, Now, I did run into a banana tree in Florida once. I was like, I don't know, was I 12 or 14? Yeah. I had my eyes somewhere else and I was running, and apparently I didn't see the tree and knocked the wind right out of me. Yeah. So, my topic tonight is ran into a wall. Why would you pick ran into a wall, Sherry? Like, why would you pick that? Why? Because I was like, based on our video or live stream from the other night, we were talking about insurance companies and the paperwork that I have to get done. And, in order for Sherry to be Sherry and have Sherry time, she has to get certain things done and off of her plate so she can get rid of this box and live outside the box. Okay. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might want to watch the previous live that I did, or, anyways. So yesterday I worked on some of the paperwork. Got in there, went to work on the paperwork, ran into a wall. So now I'm like, I cannot complete this paperwork because now I need a few more details in order for me to complete this paperwork. I know. So now I'm like, oh, now it's just going to kind of sit there on the side until I'm able to get the other components that I need to complete the paperwork. So apparently, I'm not done with the paperwork. And don't even get me going on paperwork, because honestly, you get one set of paperwork and you do everything, you send it out, and then they send you 800 more. And it's just almost like it's too time consuming. They think by doing it on the internet, like with all these portals and stuff, that it's going to be easier. It's almost like, no, I have to do both. Some of you want it in paper, some of you want it on the portal, some of you want it on both. Now I got to figure out how to get into the freaking portal. Then I have to have a password. I'm just kind of like, enough. Ugh. Complicated beauty tonight. So I'm using my complicated beauty with the pink trim for my sip and think mug tonight. I do have my tea in there right now. I can go to the beach tonight and watch the movies on the beach. It's Lyle Crocodile. And I was thinking about going tonight, and I was like, if I can get my sip and think done, then maybe I can go sit on the beach and put my feet in the sand. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. Maybe it'll be good for me. I don't know. You know, it's just kind of in my head. So I figured, oh, Sherry, just go do your sip and think. You didn't do it last night. No, I didn't do it last night because I needed to kind of unwind and I wanted to work on this paperwork. But this paperwork, I'm telling you, I get all the way down, filling it out, and I get to the submit, and it says, oh, no, a certain number is required. And I'm like, well, that's not on the paperwork. That's not on the instructions. How do I get this number that's required? I was reading 3 pages of instructions. I double checked, was going through it over and over and over and over again. But for some reason, whoever gave out the instructions did not give it out correctly. So now I have to reach out to the department and find out what the number is that is required in order for me to submit. Yeah. It's just, I mean, you can look at it another way too, right? When you're running into a wall, it's almost like, okay, I'd love to pay that bill, but I can't pay that bill today because right now I don't have the money to pay that bill. So apparently that bill is just going to have to be pushed off to the side until the money comes in, you know? It's kind of similar with this paperwork. It's just annoying. So, anyways, we are on day 8, video 7. Really pushing myself, aren't I? Well, I'm trying to create a new habit for myself. I'm trying to share with you what I go through as a way for me to get it off of my shoulders, off my chest, out of my mind. So that way I don't have to hold it all in on my own, you know? And maybe you have some suggestions on how I could handle it, you know? Um, but yeah, so I go back and forth with, gee, do they really want to hear about what I had to deal with? Like what I have to handle? And I'm like, I don't know if they would. Like, today, I get the text message from my husband. Oh, we need to get the reason I've been up till 5:30 in the morning is because I can't sleep. I have to get up and suction all night because while it's humid out, the mucus inside is a lot thicker. And I said, well, this morning I said, maybe you need to do more treatments. Supposed to do 3 to 4 treatments a day, but when the weather changes or it's really bad for your allergies like me, my allergies have been crazy because whatever is going out there in the air, it's aggravating me, right? I take my antihistamine, I take my Flonase, I take my whatever. I take all kinds of um, allergy meds. I have to now. Like I literally have to now. I don't know if it's because of where I live. I know when I go away and out of town, I'm totally fine. But for some reason, I don't know if there's just a lot of mold and I'm allergic to mold. And when there's mold in the air, it literally makes me swollen. My eyes are all itchy. It's crazy, right? Anyways, the same thing happens with my husband's trach and the lungs. It gets really thick. And so he has not been able to sleep at all. And he'll have to get up every half hour and suction every half hour. So you can just imagine I get absolutely no sleep whatsoever. So sometimes, my favorite word there, sometimes I don't know how to concentrate. Again, I'm trying to find balance in my life. I'm trying to get all this paperwork off my shoulders, and they're all required paperwork. But for some reason, every time I try to do something, I just run into a wall. So, anyways, back to my story, right? Anyways, so he texts me and he's like, "Hey, I realized when I was doing my treatments, it wasn't working properly because the hose is broken." I'm like, "Okay." So I said, "Well, we have replacement holes. You'll have to hose." I got the hose in different area codes. Anyway, like, so he replaces the hose on the nebulizer and then realizes he needs to replace the hose on the compressor. So now he's asking me to contact the medical supply company because now that he's used his spare, he now needs to have another spare in. However, since we left the hospital last year, the equipment company has changed over. So again, I'm going to have to reach out to this supply company, set everything up new, and find out how much the replacements are because as of right now, I seem to be the perfect specimen for the supply companies and the insurance companies to have to pay right out of my pocket because my husband is too young for a laryngectomy, so the insurance doesn't cover all of this. So, yes, I keep running into walls when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I literally sat there today when I saw the text message and was like, who deals with this stuff? Who deals with this stuff? Like, who? And then I thought for a second, you, Sherry, you deal with this stuff. And I questioned myself and said, but why? Why do I have to deal with it? Why? And I still want to know why? Why? Oh, I understand caregiver burnout, believe me. I took care of my dad too. He was paralyzed on the left side, the whole entire left side, you know. And then I thought about that and I'm like, you took care of a crippled man. You take care of a schizophrenic nephew. You take care of your husband who can't talk, laryngectomy. How many people do you know do this? How many people do you know does this? I mean, the one person, not the 800 different people with doing different. I'm just saying one person. And I feel as though I have been taking care of other people on top of my kids my whole life. And I feel as though they're just not normal scenarios. But in the scheme of things, they're normal when I'm older. But apparently it's now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I thought about it today, you know? I really did. Because then I thought to myself, you know what, Sherry, would you have all this paperwork if you didn't have to handle all of that? Yeah, I'd have paperwork, but I don't think it would be this much. Oh, God. Anyways, we'll get into our affirmations in just a second. I just kind of wanted to tell you about, running into a wall. It's almost like, again, like I said. So, because I can't get it off my plate today or until I get the numbers I need, I have to put it down. I have to just put it down. Here's the wall, here's the paperwork. It's just going to sit there until I get what I need. And then I can go back in, resubmit, and it'll come off my plate, you know? Another way to look at it is here it is, you get all the information, and now you're submitting it, and now you're getting your answers and questions, and they give you more paperwork, and you submit that, and then finally it goes over the wall. You could look at it that way too. There's always more than one way to look at something. Maybe you can understand me better if we used finance or bills. Okay. Today is Wednesday. You get paid on Friday. Or supposedly you get paid on Friday. I don't know. But your bill is due yesterday, Tuesday. And you're looking at your account. And you're like, well, I could pay that bill, but I'm negative in the account. But I get paid on Friday. But I can estimate that when I get paid on Friday, I could possibly pay that. But no, well, wait a minute. You have another bill that's due on Wednesday and another bill that's due on Thursday. Have you calculated the total of those 3 bills before you even get paid? So now you're sitting there saying to yourself, well, I guess I can't go out to eat tonight, or I can't go to the movies because I hit a wall. I don't have anything in my account. And anything that's coming in has already gone out. So what do I do? What do I do? You tell me, what do I do? Do you strategize and try to figure out, should I maybe look at my bills and when they're due and see if I can maneuver those dates a little bit? You know, is that going to keep me from getting stuck at this wall? Because chances are the same thing's going to happen next week, too, you know? But for me, running into the wall today had to do with the paperwork I'm working on that I'm trying to get off of my plate. I'm cool with the paperwork I got to deal with on a normal basis, but when I have extra paperwork that I really don't want to deal with and it's being thrown at me, and then you don't give me the correct corrections, I get frustrated. I get frustrated. I mean, how many of you get frustrated when you run into a wall? You know, it fucking hurts. Yeah, it hurts. It makes you feel down. It doesn't make you feel happy. Sometimes it can make you feel mad. It can make you feel depressed. It can make you feel worthless. You know, just running into that wall. You can break an arm, a leg, bust up your head, you know, if you really ran into a wall. Anyways, so let's get into our affirmations and see what they have to say to us about keeping positive while we run into this wall here. And how do we handle our downtime? You know, if I can't move forward because I'm stuck at the wall, what do I do, Sherry? What do you do? You do a sip and think and some positive affirmations. No. I put the paperwork aside. I already made the phone calls that I needed to make, and I'm waiting for those phone calls to come back. However, I may follow up on those phone calls in a week. It all just depends on when the paperwork needs to be in. However, if the establishment has sent you the incorrect instructions and they don't get back to you, it's really on them. Even though they try to make it seem like it's on you, it's on them. It's their responsibility. They're the one that's switching over their database, you know? They're the ones looking for money, you know? So it's really not your fault, and you should not be penalized for it. Yes, you're going to have to argue with them over it because that's what everybody does. We have to argue with billing companies, we have to argue with insurance companies. You know, I understand the people on the other side, they're just doing customer service in their job. And thank you for having a job or going to work, right? However, they should be helping you out and be like, you know what, we screwed up. Let me take that late charge off for you. But you got to advocate for yourself. You know what I mean? But during this wall, fine. Go, maybe the wall is happening for a reason and it's telling you, you know what, Sherry, go to the beach, go watch the movie on the beach. I really am thinking about it, you know? Although the weather's not like wicked, wicked nice, but it's still very humid. So just thinking about it. Anyways, pop affirmations. I got 3 for tonight. We've got thank you, wish, and carpe diem. So we'll start with thank you. Life isn't a matter of milestones, but of moments. Rose Kennedy. Let's see how this meshes for tonight. Well, you can't. Well, you can't really get to the next milestone if you've hit a wall. And maybe you're hitting that wall because they want you to live in the moment. Just throwing that out there. Maybe they're telling me that. I don't know. Wish. The things always happen that you really believe in. Frank Lloyd Wright. So I'll say that again. The things always happens that you really believe in. So if you really believe in something, it really will happen. I don't want the roadblocks to happen, but if that means living in the moment, then that's what I have to do. Carpe Diem. Each day comes to me with both hands full of possibilities. Helen Keller. I love Helen Keller. I love Helen Keller. In fact, I quoted Helen Keller in my senior yearbook next to my picture. So, what are you telling me? Instead of me looking at each day with both of my hands filled with responsibilities, it wants me to put those responsibilities down and look at it with both hands of possibilities. Mm-hmm. And I figured what we could do is I could do a choice. What's our choice today? I chose to come on here. Video 7, day 8. I did order a microphone. I'm waiting for it to come in. Taking your advice so I don't have to scream. All right, choices in a jar. If you had to choose not be able to talk or not be able to hear for one day, what's your choice? Well, my husband can't talk, but he can hear very well. Helen Keller was deaf. I've always been hard of hearing and I always talk. But if I had to choose, which I don't want to choose, but if I had to choose, I would choose not to talk. I would much rather hear than talk because there's other ways you can communicate. And like I said, when I was little, I had trouble hearing. It actually kept me back in school and learning. And it's not fun not being able to hear what someone is saying. And I know with people that I meet, I do talk loud. Yes, I talk loud because a lot of the people I talk to have hearing aids, right? But I've always talked loud because I wanted to hear myself. So I guess my choice is not be able to talk. I like to hear myself. I like to look at myself. I do. Call me conceited. Call me conceited. All right. OG Affirmator. Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. You're damn right it is. Everyone has its own sword and shield. We all have our own body of armor. I dare you to try and penetrate. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. So you need to penetrate my cell phone? Didn't think so, chump. I gotta reread that. All right. Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. Here are your cells. Do you know that you can grow new cells? I mean, have you ever seen your skin when it's dry and you have to exfoliate it, you know? Like, and then your skin makes new skin. It heals scars. I mean, some scars, not all of them, but your healing process, your cells, regeneration has to do with your health, right? I wonder why Vitality came out because we were talking about health insurance, running into a wall, Helen Keller being deaf, my husband's trach, me wanting to hear myself. When it says everyone has its own sword and shield, to me, that everyone has their own battles that they're facing with their own health, you know? We'll do an OG affirmator again. Strength. Okay. It just said that we're healthy and vital and strong. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. We're a warrior. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six pack. I have great hair, but I do not have a six pack. I'll tell you that right now. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are. So if I hit a wall and I'm battling things to get rid of that box, it's telling me I need to enjoy those battles, because those battles that I go through, like if we go bring it back to the beginning of the video and we're talking about me taking care of my dad and my nephew and my husband, and their challenges, and me being a caregiver and having challenges, going through these battles and challenges are going to make me stronger and wiser. And there's a reason that Sherry is placed in this position. And that's what I was thinking about when I left work today. So use your vitality and your strength. And strength is just orange, like my nails. I want to do love and relationships. Loyalty. I'm there for people I care about in whatever way they need me. Yes, I am. I'm tired, but I'm still smiling. I complain, but I'm still laughing. Ride to the airport, no problem. Bail you out of jail, you bet. Go see your band again, maybe. The point is, when I stand with them, I know I'm a part of something special. And to be honest, it doesn't suck to look around and remember they're standing with me too. Yes, I am loyal. I felt like maybe I needed to drink a few loyals on the beach tonight. I am there for people I care about. If they do need a ride to an airport, great, no problem. Bail them out of jail, done that, been there. Go see your band. The leader of my band, Eminem. Saying the point is, stand with them. And when you stand with them, know that you're part of something special. Be honest, because it doesn't suck to look around and remember they're standing with you too. It's so funny, like when I'm done with these videos, I really look at the cards. because they all have different symbolism, you know? You can look deeper into the face here, the hair, how the tree is. This one's darker, this one's lighter, this one has wacky hair, you know? Love and relationships. Benefit of the doubt. I believe in the basic goodness of other people, and I give them the chance to show it. If they prove me wrong, that's on them. At least I can go to sleep. In regards to this card, at least I can go to sleep knowing that I practice trust and forgiveness rather than fear and doubt. And later on, if I need to, I can always change my mind and retroactively judge them like it's my career. So they're asking me to give you the benefit of the doubt. He looks injured. Did the lion injure the gazelle? Why does he have scissors in his hand? Hmm. I wonder if the benefit of the doubt is from the gazelle to the lion for biting him. Maybe the lion is trying to make up for hurting the gazelle. But the lion could have been hungry when he attacked him. You never know. There's so many different ways you can look at it. Why would they use a lion and a gazelle for benefit of the doubt? See, these are things that I think about, you know? What's the symbolism of that? You know? Hmm. Listen, bitch. Give yourself the same love you pour out into the world. Thank you. So the love that I give out to those that I'm loyal to and I care about, I need to also pour that onto me. That's why I said I'm trying to take care of these things and get them off my box or out of my box and get rid of the box so that I can be Sherry, right? Because the people that I'm taking care of right now have a lot of things that need to be taken care of. And for some reason, I'm the one that they come to take care of it. And to be honest with you, no, they can't take care of it themselves. You know, I give them what they can do. But overall, they need an advocate like me. Um, and that's where I give the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, Sherry, just deal with it. Take it on. It's okay. You'll get through it. I use my strength. Listen, bitch. Ask yourself if if it will matter 10 years from now. If it won't, don't sweat it. Me helping them will matter in 10 years, but the bullshit in between won't matter, you know, because we'll get through this. And then 10 years from now, we look back and we'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe you got through that. We might even laugh at ourselves. How the hell did you get through that? I don't even know. Oh my God. You know? Listen, bitch. I have 3 different piles. I have pink, white, and black. Don't play. Don't play. Don't let any motherfucker disturb your peace. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. So, these insurance companies and these Bill collectors are not going to disturb my peace because I'm going to get done what they want done, but they might get a little pushback. I'm just, getting tired of using all my strength and arguing with them. But they must like that or something. It's like, oh my God. Well, you can't get blood from a stone. So I don't know. And I bet you any money when they get off the phone with me, they go home crying. Ugh. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry, but thought you were dealing with an idiot. All right. So now we're on to impact deck. So blue is your impact affirmation, green is your impact action, and orange is your impact reflection. So we're going to do a blue. My presence is my power. You're blessed with my presence. You're right. So if I do answer that phone call and I do try to make your job a little bit easier by answering questions, then great. You've been blessed with my presence. If I don't answer the phone or I hang up on you, you weren't blessed that day. And I know you're going to keep calling until you're blessed, you know? But see, my presence is my power. They don't have power over me. So I have to keep reminding myself that. Okay, green, impact deck actions. Ask someone to help you with a challenge you're struggling to solve. Well, I was talking to my girlfriend last night and she was like, "Listen, if you need me to help you with the paperwork, I'll come over. I'll try to help you with the paperwork." And I was like, "Well, let me see what I can get through tonight. And then we'll leave it at that." But, apparently we ran into a wall, so we weren't able to finish the paperwork from last night. And if she came over tonight, we wouldn't be able to get the paperwork in because we don't have all the information that we need to get it entered. So, but for you, if you're struggling with something that's challenging, that's having you hit that wall, ask someone for help. There's always someone willing to help. It may not necessarily be your own group, your own family. It might be someone who's outside of that, you know? There's agencies for that. Impact reflections. How can you become a better role model? How can I become a better role model? I clearly don't know. I don't strive to be a role model. I think sometimes that I just am put in that position. Um, I just be me, and it comes with being me, you know. I'm not a role model to everyone, but there are people I am a role model to, you know. But how can I be a better role model? I really don't have the answer for that question. I'll keep thinking about it. I'll probably not sleep tonight and think about, gee, how can I be a better role model? That's a reflection. So again, if I sleep on it, it's okay, right? All right. Do we want a daily positive affirmation for wealth and success? My days are filled with abundant opportunities to grow my income. Keep putting it out there. Keep putting it out there. I don't care if you have a negative bank account, keep putting it out there. Because what you put out to the universe comes back to you. You just don't know when. And believe me, I know it's friggin' hard. I know it's hard. And you want to sit there and cry. But crying, it's not going to solve the situation. But If you keep putting it out into the universe that you are negative in your account or that you have no money, you're putting it out to the universe that you have no money. So, what is the universe going to do? They're going to send you no money. So, we like to be positive and put it out into the universe, goes out and comes back around. And so for today, our wealth and success is telling us that my days are filled with abundant opportunities to grow my income. So I'm full of abundant opportunities. Those opportunities are going to bring me income. So I have to continue coming on here to do sip and think, to have opportunities with you and have my abundance grow, right? Yeah, that's not crazy. Anyways. So now we're in our daily positive affirmation, just thoughts and affirmations. My heart is full of pure joy. I choose to see the positive in everything today. This looks like a flower to me, like a yellow flower. That's what it kind of looks like to me, but it also can represent like the sun. If you look deeper in the card, it looks like a flower to me. But it could be whatever you think it is. What is my favorite activity that brings me joy, and how can I make time to do it today? I don't have one favorite activity, but I had already told you when I first came on here that I might want to go to the beach, grab some loyals, put my feet in the sand, and watch the movie on the beach. It's not my favorite activity, but it sounds like a nice, relaxing, enjoyable evening. Whether or not I do it, that is up to me. What are some of my wins, both big and small this year? Geez, they always challenge me, don't they? I was asked a question earlier today earlier this year in a review, and you know, it asked me what I was most proud of, and I said for not giving up. So I would say my biggest win is for not giving up. My smallest win, it could be day to day, so I guess my smallest win could be completing a task, getting a file off my plate, That's a small win. Whew, it's done. I don't have to deal with it anymore till next year when they send me the renewal, right? Um, who is my favorite person to spend time with? Why do I love being with them? Well, my favorite people to spend time with are my children, even though they drive me crazy. I love them. They are the loves of my life. Um, and that's why I like being with them. If I'm currently struggling with a problem, is it possible to view it with a lens of love and joy? How would this change the situation? Well, like I said, when we first started tonight's sip and think, I ran into a wall, right? I have been smiling and laughing through this whole video. So obviously, I'm at a point where I'm just trying to breed positive affirmations, love, and joy into my day for the moment while I can. That's what I'm doing. Growth mindset affirmation. I am curious. I love opportunities to explore and solve problems. Why do you guys keep putting opportunities? Opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. That should be the key word. Opportunities. Opportunities. When did I last explore a new interest or hobby? What was the outcome and how did it make me feel? This is my new hobby, sip and think with all of you. You get to learn a little bit about Sherry, and I get to learn a little bit about YouTube. How did it make me feel? It depends on the video I'm doing. Some days it makes me feel good. Like I said, it gets some things off my chest. What are some other things I'd like to try or explore? Oh, I can't wait to get back out and travel and just go different places. So that's on my bucket list. You know, right now I've kind of hit a brick wall and can't really do much, but I will be traveling on Friday evening. So you won't see me on here on Friday. And tomorrow night, we'll see if I'm able to because I'm traveling on Friday. I have to get ready on Thursday. Who is someone I admire that I can learn more about? I admire Helen Keller. I can learn more about her. I like Maya Angelou. I can learn more about her. Oprah. What are some solutions to a current problem in my community? I don't know if I have the solutions, but I know in my current community, a lot of them are feeling pain from loss of loved ones, ranging from young all the way to old and happening at such a fast rate that it's hard for them to grieve, you know? And so, how do I try to help them is I try to make them laugh. I try to sometimes get their mind off of it, um, knowing that, everyone heals at their own pace. But when they're with me, I want them to enjoy their time with me. I want them to feel good about being in my presence. And that's for everyone in my community. Drive. Be a sunflower. Stand tall and find sunlight on the darkest days. That's what we're doing, right? We're going to be a sunflower, stand tall and find sunlight on the darkest days. Sometimes when we hit a wall, we feel as though it's the darkest day. But if we look at it as an opportunity to live in the moment, we'll be able to find that sunshine in that dark day while we hit that wall. So, with that, I hope you all enjoy your evening.